Hey YouTube fam, welcome back to my channel. It's Abryanna. So today I'm going to be showing you guys a little tutorial on how to do the Marley hair crochet braids. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so first we're going to start out on blown out, dry, clean hair. My hair is not exactly clean, but hey, I was just trying to make a video. So this is the hair I ended up using. It's the soft, kinky Marley braid. Definitely super soft, guys. I highly recommend. So we want to start off parting our hair and the part that we want it to look like when we actually crochet the hair. Then we're going to go in and part out our leave out. Make sure you take out as much as you need. I'm taking out the back. I like to be able to pull it up and have like a ponytail style sometimes. And on my sides, I'm making sure that I am parting out the sides and it's not too much on my edges. So now we're just gonna go in and make sure we braid the leave out just to make sure it's out of the way, doesn't interfere with the crochet whatsoever. All right, so we're all braided up. Now we're just gonna make sure that we take out our part, what's gonna be our leave out for that top half. So I'm just making sure it lines up and I'm braiding it down. So for this next part, I just parted my hair down the middle. I clipped up the sides and I'm just making sure I have all my hair out that I'm about to braid up. And these parts and braids do not have to be perfect, y'all. But first, moisturize, 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 and moisturize, guys. I didn't realize how funny that word was until you have to say it 3 times. But moisturize, guys. Just making sure all those nutrients are packed in that hair and ready to sustain a protective hairstyle. So I do my crochet braid pattern a little different. I try to make sure I go down when it comes forward to my hairline. I have a very sensitive hairline right now. I'm just trying to grow back them edges, girl. So I make sure I go down when it comes closer to the hairline. And anything in the back, I can go straight back, that's fine. But in the front, we're just gonna be very, very careful. So I then started off by crocheting all the braids that are hanging. I kind of just crochet them into each other so that way it makes like a smooth back. So when I pull up my hair, you don't really see all those braids and the funkiness, you know. But you guys can do this however, it really does not matter how it looks. As you can see, I kind of just did whatever. So as long as you're making sure it's crocheted into a braid, not really tangled, just make sure it's kind of smooth. It should slide through easy. So we're about done crocheting up that back. It should be smooth, nothing hanging, girl, just like this. Then we're gonna moisturize, moisturize, moisturize again. Just get all of that in there. And I like to use a good grease. It could be olive oil or Blue Magic. Does not matter, just to seal it all up and make sure that moisture stays locked in. And don't mind me, y'all. I'm a mess. My boyfriend tried to come in and ruin the whole party here. He just wanted to be noticed. That's all. We got to give them in attention. But I used the Donna's recipe super strength oil. And I'm just making sure I drop it in everywhere, all over my scalp. Just sink in, swim, get all in there. Hey, and now we're ready to add the hair. I was way too excited for this. Had my 90s music bumping and all. So you want to make sure that the hair pieces that y'all are taking out are about the size of your index finger. Doesn't have to be too thick. When it's too thick, I just feel like it looks crazy when you put it into your hair and it's going to be super thick and real puffy and real voluminous, and you really don't need all that. And don't worry about replaying this crochet part because I'm going to show y'all again. So this is how it should look in the back. I kind of just went through each braid and added to it individually. And as I work my way up to the top, I kind of start adding less and less hair. It's not as thick as the pieces that were at the bottom. Just want to make it look a little bit more realistic and not so puffy and voluminous. And okay, y'all, we getting somewhere. We getting somewhere. I'm almost to the top. And it's looking good, honey. It's looking good. Okay, we gonna keep working. We gonna keep working. All right, so just make sure you guys focus on this part. We're looping it through, closing that up, and we are making sure that we are looping the hair in the hole I got there and tying it through. So right here, I just wanted to show you guys the thickness of the hair. It's a little thinner than what I started with at the bottom. So I'm still going towards the top and filling it all in. So again, just looping the crochet needle through my hair, making sure that latch is down, pulling through, and we're gonna just grab the hair and pull it through the loop. Super easy, guys. Very, very fast. And don't mind me here, y'all. I'm just admiring myself, you know. So I'm just repeating the same steps as I get closer to the top, using less and less hair. And I'm just trying to make sure that it melt. Ooh, that done got stuck in there, but you know, we just pull it on out, just keep working. So I left this area with no leave out. I just wanted to try a middle part on some days, but just have the minimum amount of leave out. So here I'm just adding really like small portions of hair, y'all, like really small portions, but don't go too small because it can knot up when you're trying to take this out. My suggestion when taking it out, guys, is just using a really good detangling conditioner in the front of your hair, just to make sure it doesn't get all caught up, you know. So here I'm cutting. I just want to make sure I make it all even, and I'm making sure I cut in a downwards like position, guys. You don't want to cut straight across because it's gonna make it look really blunt and not really like a tapered kind of look, I guess I want to say. So yeah, just cut down. So after you're done cutting, you want to take out your leave out. I would not suggest taking out your leave out before cutting because you don't want to cut your hair, girl. The whole point of this is a protective style, so we should not be cutting any of our hair by accident. None of that. Like, let's be safe. Oh, and let's not forget the back. All right, so we're coming to the finished product. Now you can choose to do whatever with your leave out. You can braid it up to make it match a little bit better, or you can straighten it and, you know, curl it, do whatever, but honestly, it should be a heatless style, so just make sure you're using the minimum amount of heat, guys. A minimum. So right here, I'm just unbraiding and I am making sure I create my part again. That way it looks a little bit more natural. And just try your best to blend, guys. I did love this hair because how soft it was, but it was a little bit harder to match my hair. Now we're just going in with our edge control. I used the Ebin 24-hour tamer. That just works so good, y'all. And I was struggling a little bit here because I'm just not used to looking into the camera to do my edges. I'm not. So here is the finished product. It is smoothed down. Edges is good, girl. Hair is cut. This is actually 5 days after. Life just kind of got a little bit busy, so I just said the next time I have free time, I am gonna film what it looks like when I'm all done. But each day I kind of just cut away and keep trimming until it's where I kind of want it to be. The next videos were taken on day 2 of my hair, and y'all, it came out so good. I was going for this little 1920s look, and I think I killed that. So if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and stay tuned for more. And thank you guys again for watching this video. I can't wait for you guys to see the next one. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram where you'll find 4C hair content and more.